In this video, we'll discuss about Lex and Yark program for designing the compiler. So specifically, we'll discuss the program for recognizing and evaluating logical expression. So first, let us see what's a problem statement. You need to write a Yark program to accept a statement and do the following error detection, that is checking for the valid logical expression and evaluating the expression. So for this we need to write the Yark program and corresponding Lex program also we need to write. So now let us see the program solution for this. So in the Lex program, first we need to include y.tab.h. In this header file, what are all the tokens defined in the Yark program that will be stored here. Then what are all the required other header files, standard input output header file and character type header file, we need to include it. So if we want to pass the value from the Yark program to the Lex program, we have to make use of YYL value variable. And in the rule part we need to define the patterns. So to define the patterns, regular expression will be using. So to recognize the identifier, we need to write the pattern, that is the identifier will begin with a letter and it will be followed by letter or it will be followed by digit for any number of time. That's why A to Z, capital A to Z or small a to Z, it is grouped in the class of characters. So here if it is identifier, it will match and the lexeme will be collected in the YY text variable. It's a predefined variable. Then immediately we need to read the value of the identifier. For that scanf statement will use. Then after that, that value we are copying to YYL value, so it can be used in the Yark program. And if identifier is recognized, we need to return the identifier token. Then the second pattern is to recognize the number. So the number will begin with a digit which is from 0 to 9 group. So number means at least one digit should be present. That's why here if you see 0 to 9 plus is used one or more number of time. And the number may be integer or floating point number. So floating point number means the dot is optional and it is followed by 0 to 9. Here clean closure it is used. So it is for any number of occurrence. So it is 0 or more occurrence. So using this pattern we can recognize integer or floating point number. So the number, if it is matched with this regular expression, then it will be there in the YY text. So that we need to convert to integer and store it in YYL value, so it can be used in Yark program. And here we need to return the number token. And if there are any space or a tab, we don't want Lex to do anything, so semicolon is here. And if it is new line character, just return 0. And if it is any other character like and or vertical symbol or not symbol, we are just returning it. That's why return YY text of 0. So that's all the rule part for the Lex program. And in the Lex program we need to write YY wrap also. That is if something is not matching, if you want to put that back into the buffer, input buffer for the Lex tool, we have to use YY wrap function. Then in the Yark program we need to include standard input output header files to read and read and print any data. So here whatever the required variables we can define in the user definition section. Then to receive the tokens from the Lex program, percentage token, ID and number are used. Then in the rule part of the Yark program, all the production rules of the grammar we need to define. So after each and every production rule over, we need to separate it by semicolon. So statement produces expression So here in the Yak program, instead of producers, that arrow mark, we need to put colon. So statement produces expression. So if this is matched, then it's a valid expression, and whatever the expression value that will be there in $1, we need to print it. Then if expression produces parenthesized expression, then we need to print what is the child expression value here. So here the parenthesis we need to recognize, so we have to enclose that within single quotes. Then this is the parent expression, this is child expression. So the child expression value will be assigned to the parent expression. This is $1 and this is $2 value, and the close parenthesis value will be in $3. So here $2 value will copy to the $. So this $, will hold the value of the parent. And if you want to print, just in the printf statement we have to give $. Then expression produces parenthesis, open parenthesis expression. If close parenthesis, if it is missing, it is syntax error. Then expression produces expression and expression. So here and symbol we will recognize. So they have to be mentioned within single quote. This is a valid statement. So we have to print that logical and is recognized. And here this is parent expression. This is child 1, this is child 2, this and is child 3, this expression is child 4. So this expression value will be in $1, then and value in $2, this and value in $3, and this expression value will be in $4. So $1 and $4 values we have to logical and operation we need to perform and put it in $$ value. So if you want to print, just print $$ in printf statement. Then expression produces expression and that is syntax error. Expression produces expression or expression. So it is logical or expression, it is valid one. So here this is child 1 value will be in $1. This expression value will be in $4 because this vertical bar value will be in $2. This vertical bar value will be in $3. So here $1 or $4 value we are assigning to the parent $. If you want to print, just print the $$ value using printf. An expression produces expression vertical bar symbols. If the right operand is missing, it is syntax error. Then expression produces not expression, that is logical not, it is correctly recognized. Then here this is parent expression, that is its value will be in $. This not value will be in $1 and this expression value will be in $2. So here what is the parent expression value? It is, we need to find out $2 value that's associated with this expression, and the not value of it we need to find out and assign to that. If you want to print it, print the $$ value. An expression produces only not, if it is there, it is syntax error because the operand is missing. Then expression produces identifier, also valid one. Expression produces number, also we need to recognize. So in this way we have to write the rule section with the grammar. The grammar consists of many production rules. Then in the Yak program we need to write the user subroutine also, that is a main function we need to write, and error function also we need to redefine. So in the main subroutine we need to write, we need to prompt the user to enter the logical expression. Then after that we need to call parse function. So parse function will call the C functions which are equivalent to the recognizing all the production rules what we have mentioned in the Yak program. Then error function, in that we have to specify the statements what we want to perform if none of our production rules are matching for our inputs. So here just I have given invalid logic expression. So that's all regarding the Yak and Lex programs for recognizing logical expression and evaluating it. Thank you.